I play music, I wanna. All right, let's play this. I'm playing this clip right here. This is. I'm gonna play. This is in Los Angeles. Let's play. I want to play a longer clip.
Hernandez, his mother, Gladys Bautista, and Oscar's father, Oscar Daniel Hernandez. Today I'm announcing the charge of murder with special circumstances against Mario Edgardo Garcia Aquino, who's 43 years old. Mr. Garcia Aquino murdered 13-year-old Oscar Omar Hernandez.
I wanna remix that real quick.
I'm announcing the charge of murder with special circumstances against Mario Edgardo Garcia Aquino, who's 43 years old. Mr. Garcia Aquino murdered 13-year-old Oscar Omar Hernandez on March 28th, 2025. And when I say that charges have been brought, I want to make it clear that charges themselves are not evidence, that a defendant is presumed innocent until and unless proven guilty in a court of law.
He got to say that. So he's innocent till proven guilty. But I'm pretty sure. And it sounds like they're pretty sure that they got evidence. Once they start going on the news, putting niggas on podiums, doing all this shit, oh, they got you, my brother. Once they start putting niggas on the news, talking on podiums and shit, they got you, my nigga.
The charges allege that Mario Edgardo Garcia Aquino, on that date of March 28, 2025.
What's going on, y'all? What's going on, man? What's going on, Colin? Hey, where y'all watching from, man? Y'all drop y'all state and where y'all watching from.
Murdered Omar Hernandez in Lancaster. Mr. Garcia Aquino was his soccer coach. And on that day, Omar Hernandez went up to Lancaster to see Mr. Garcia Aquino.
Yo, drop your name and your state and where you're watching from. Make sure you like the live, too. Shout out to the 16 people watching right now, man. Let's keep it at 16. Let's get it to 30, 40, 50. Colin, Tomo, Diesel Beats. What's good, man?
Later, he was reported missing. And on April 2nd, 2025, last week.
Shout out to Lincoln, United Kingdom. Shout out to the UK watching.
His body was found in Oxnard, off a road near Leo Carrillo State Beach. We have also announcing the charges, again, separate charges, against Mr.
Shout out to New Mexico. What time is it? What time is it in the UK? What time is it in New Mexico?
Garcia Aquino from a February 22nd, 2024 felony of assault with intent to commit a lewd act against a different individual, a 16-year-old young man in Palmdale.
Wait, what?
Mr. Garcia to commit a lewd act against a different individual, a 16-year-old young man in Palmdale.
So this nigga, you know what lewdness is? They got something to do with exposing yourself. So he's been exposing himself to a 16-year-old once before, is what they're saying, which is weird.
Mr. Garcia Aquino faces at least life without the possibility of parole on the murder charge and 6 years in prison with respect to the felony count of assault with intent to commit a lewd act. These cases are tragic. And the Hernandez family.
If you could, man, please share this live. I'm trying to raise awareness for kids. There's been a lot of motherfucking bullshit happening on the news. And for me, I think a lot of people and a lot of channels kind of take their opinions on it, read the articles. Me, I'm playing the fucking audio and I'm letting you know how I feel about what people are saying about shit like this. These are the cases that I feel like you can't put propaganda on. You know what I mean? Because you're talking about a child, you're talking about a 13-year-old. Everybody agrees with this. Nobody's going to sit here and say, I need votes off of this. People might still do that shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I might not see it. It might be so embedded in the message that I don't know. But I don't really see people trying to do this. You feel me?
You have our deepest sympathy for a loss that words cannot even begin to describe. Our role, though, is to bring.
Make sure you spread this message, man. Please share this live. I'll give you my opinions after this is done, but I wanna back up because he's saying some real shit. I don't know how I went from 16 to 2 people, but hey, it is what it is. Shout out.
Back to the felony count of assault with intent to commit a lewd act. These cases are tragic, and the Hernandez family, you have our deepest sympathy for a loss that words cannot even begin to describe. Our role, though, is to bring justice to this family and to hold the person responsible for these brutal, heinous, unspeakable, unthinkable acts, hold them accountable, and prosecute and punish them to the full extent of the law.
You know, one thing I do want to say is I am surprised that they're giving a family of Latin descent this type of shine, because a lot of people would say that they would expect this for a young white female or something. This is a young Mexican male. You know what I'm saying? So it's got a lot of attention right now. This story is just happened. You know what I'm saying?
Now, as part of this investigation, we are asking that if there are any potential victims of
Well, no, this just happened. This just happened. Unless it's been in the news already, it's just people are just it's a breaking story. You know, they just now charging the coach with murder after the 13-year-old, but he did have some charges beforehand with lewdness.
Garcia Aquino, and they're out there. That we have put his picture out with our press release.
There's a lot of fucked up shit that happens in the world that you can mix up with one story. You know what I'm saying? Because to my knowledge, this just happened. You know what I'm saying? And the headline says there may be more victims of Garcia Aquino. Or Aquino. You know what I'm saying? So that's not the Hernandez case. This is the Garcia Aquino case. You know what I'm saying?
And we are asking anyone with information or any victim.
This is why I like playing it straight from the fucking source. I don't like that shit to be misconstrued. And niggas be having the littlest of details wrong to influence y'all. I'm playing it straight from NBCLA. I'm gonna go find another source and play it straight from that one, all from news channels. I'm not getting that. I mean, and some of the news channels, like I said, might have their own agendas. But I rarely believe that they're using this child to push an agenda. There's nothing you can say. I haven't heard an agenda yet. They're only talking about, let's get this nigga together. Fuck this nigga, let's get this nigga together type of deal. If he did this shit, he needs to not be here, not be on the streets. You feel me?
To come forward to the Los
There's no propaganda with me in that.
Angeles Police Department's Juvenile Division Abused Child Unit, and they can call 818-374-5415, or the Los Angeles Department's Juvenile Division Abused Child Unit, and they can call 818-374-5415. Department's Juvenile Division Abused Child Unit, and they can call 818-374-5415. Department's Juvenile Division Abused Child Unit, and they can call 818-374-5415 or the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department Special Victims Bureau at 877-710-5273. And if anyone wants Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department Special Victims Bureau at 877-710-5273. And if anyone wants to come forward at Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department Special Victims Bureau at 877-710-5273. And if anyone wants to come forward anonymously, Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department Special Victims Bureau at 877-710-5273. And if anyone wants to come forward anonymously, they can come forward by phone to the Los Angeles Regional Crime Stoppers Hotline at 800-222-8477. Angeles Regional Crime Stoppers Hotline at 800-222-8477. Angeles Regional Crime Stoppers Hotline at 800-222-8477. I'd like Angeles Regional Crime Stoppers Hotline at 800-222-8477. I'd like to now introduce Los Angeles County Sheriff Robert Luna to say some words.
Thank you, Mr. Hockman, and good afternoon to everybody. Being up here, presenting this information is never easy, but on behalf of the men and women of the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department, very sorry for your loss. Lo sentimos mucho de todo lo que pasó. I'm here today specifically seeking additional victims on a child sexual abuse case involving 43-year-old Mario Garcia Aquino from the
Mario Garcia Aquino. I said Aquino.
Specifically seeking additional victims on a child sexual abuse case involving 43-year-old Mario Garcia Aquino. Specifically seeking additional victims on a child sexual abuse case involving 43-year-old Mario Garcia Aquino from the Palmdale area. Garcia Aquino was a youth travel soccer coach with the Hurricane Valley Boys Soccer Club.
This is another case of someone being in the school system who was a freaky ass nigga and wanted to be around kids. So he took a job that dealt around kids.
In the Sylmar area, working
allegedly, because he's innocent until proven guilty. Allegedly.
Different age divisions. He had no reported criminal history.
He had no reported criminal history. Just because you look somebody up and they got a clean record doesn't mean that that's a clean person. Just because you look somebody up and they got a dirty record doesn't mean that they're a dirty person. Just because you look somebody up and they got a clean record doesn't make that person a clean person. Just because you look somebody up and they got a dirty record doesn't mean that that makes that person a dirty person, depending on the charges.
In February of 2024, Garcia Aquino befriended a Sylmar family who allowed their juvenile son to stay with him at his residence in Palmdale. The family subsequently filed a Sylmar family who allowed their juvenile son to stay with him at his residence in Palmdale.
I gotta say it. I don't know if I agree with that. I don't know. My mama would not let me stay with a grown man. My mama, when I was young, made sure I kind of didn't. And nothing happened to me. You know what I'm saying? But these type of cases is the reason why people be having their kids away from shit, because they don't be knowing what the fuck motherfuckers be on. You know what I mean? I don't know if I agree with this. This is facts. This is not me saying this. This is me playing it from a credible source. And so what I'm saying is I don't know if I agree with that part.
In February of 2024, Garcia Aquino befriended a Silmar family who allowed their juvenile son to stay with him at his residence in Palmdale.
I don't know about that one, man. I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that shit right there. That sounds weird. I don't know. We're going to keep it going, though.
The family subsequently filed a criminal report with the Palmdale Sheriff's Station, alleging sexual abuse of their child.
Okay. I'm so confused. So all right, okay. All right. I mean, I guess you trusted him and you didn't know, and he tried to do some weird shit, and you know what I mean? Now you like, all right, he a weird nigga. Let's get him. Okay. I'm with that. I'm with him. I'm not with them. I'm not with them making their child so vulnerable and easy to do that, to have it done to, but I'm with them doing this.
This case was assigned to the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department Special Victims Bureau North Team, who is tasked with investigating both physical and sexual abuse of children, including adult felonious sexual assaults.
All right, so they deal with abuse, physical abuse, if it wasn't sexual, just somebody beating the shit out of their kid, and somebody who sexually assaulted their kid. Usually, I think they put that separate, but those usually go hand in hand, right? If somebody beating on their kid, they probably doing some weird shit to them. Or if somebody doing some weird shit to them, they probably beating on their kid. But usually, either or does happen too. You know what I mean? In cases, that's the only reason why I think he is saying the department how it is, like how it's titled is telling me how they take cases. You know what I'm saying?
During the investigation and while working with the Los Angeles County District Attorney's office from the Antelope Valley Courthouse, detectives learned that there was another unrelated child sexual abuse case being...
So the Antelope Valley Courthouse is where the other case came from. I think about the 16-year-old. Let me replay that back. This is what niggas is not. They not telling you the courthouse. They just saying shit, dude. That's what I'm saying. I'm playing it straight from. You feel me?
Office from the Antelope Valley Courthouse, detectives learned that there was another unrelated child sexual abuse case being handled by the Los Angeles Police Department's Foothill.
Where there's smoke, there's fire. You cannot tell me this nigga is dealing with two different cases. They got something to do with kids. And one of them is a murder. The other one is sexual assault. It's like you're in that department.
Involving Garcia Aquino.
Allegedly, because he's innocent until proven guilty. Allegedly, because he's innocent until proven guilty.
In the investigation, and while working with the Los Angeles County District Attorney's office from the Antelope Valley Courthouse, detectives learned that there was another unrelated child sexual abuse case being...
Shout out to the Antelope Valley Courthouse.
Handled by the Los Angeles Police Department's Foothill Division involving Garcia Aquino. On April 2nd, 2025, the new information from both the Sheriff's Department and the Police Department cases, the District Attorney's Office filed one felony count of assault with intent to commit a sexual offense on Mario Garcia. District Attorney's Office filed one felony count of assault with intent to commit a sexual offense on Mario Garcia. District Attorney's Office filed one felony count of assault with intent to commit a sexual offense on Mario Garcia Aquino. Based on the nature of District Attorney's Office filed one felony count of assault with intent to commit a sexual offense on Mario Garcia Aquino. Based on the District Attorney's Office filed one felony count of assault with intent to commit a sexual offense on Mario Garcia.
assault with intent to commit sexual offense. This is a whole separate case. So not only is he getting charged with murder of a 13-year-old, he's getting charged with assault with intent of sexual offense. That's the charge. That's what I'm saying. Keep going.
Information regarding this, based
bad.
on the nature of the offenses, Special Victims Bureau detectives believe there may be additional victims.
One more time.
Based on the nature of the offenses, Special Victims Bureau detectives believe.
Based on the nature of the offenses, based on the potential charges, the innocent until proven guilty, based on the charges that potentially we are serving him, there might be more than just this murder and this kid getting fucked with. There might be more murders or more kids that have been touched. Okay? Inside the school system, in the school system, in the school system. That's what I'm saying. This is a news story that just happened. I'm not making this up. This isn't propaganda. This is something I'm fucking making up. You can go look this shit up right now. Los Angeles officials charging soccer coach with murder after 13-year-old death. Dead at 13-year-old soccer coach arrested for separate sex attack. Oscar Omar Hernandez death. California soccer coach accused of. Just saying. I'm 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 just saying. Just saying. That's all. Continue, my nigga.
There may be additional victims. Based on the nature of the offenses, Special Victims Bureau detectives believe there may be additional victims. District Attorney's Office filed one felony count of assault with intent to commit a sexual offense on Mario Garcia Aquino. Based on the nature of the offenses, Special Victims Bureau detectives believe there may be additional victims. Anyone with information regarding this case or who believes that they may have been a victim is urged to contact the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department Special Victims Bureau at 877-710-5273, or you can contact any of your local sheriff stations. Just 710 may have been a victim is urged to contact the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department Special Victims Bureau at 877-710-5273, or you can contact any of the department Special Victims Bureau at 877-710-5273, or you can contact Department Special Victims Bureau at 877-710-5273, or you can contact any of your local sheriff stations. I just want to make an additional comment to that because we're really urging anybody in the public, once you see the photos of this individual, that if you may have been a victim, please come forward. I know it's not easy. I know it could be either embarrassing, you don't want to tell somebody, but it's very important that we bring justice. I know it could be either embarrassing, you don't want to tell somebody, but it's very important that a victim, please come forward. I know it's not easy. I know it could be either embarrassing, you don't want to tell somebody, but it's very important that we bring justice not only to the family here to my left, but any families that may have been victimized by this. And I want to add an additional comment that if for some reason anybody fears coming forward, even as a youth or a family, because you may be here undocumented, we're not going to ask about that. Please, you need to come forward. Forward, even as a youth or a family, because you may be here undocumented, we're not going to ask about that. Please.
Okay, all right. Okay, so all right. Shout out to my nigga, right? Shout out to the 13-year-old, 16-year-old. I'm not laughing at that at all. I'm laughing at the fact that this nigga said, oh man. I'm laughing at the fact that this nigga said, hey, if you illegal, bro, you can call, man. We not go deport you, dog. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about that one neither. I don't know about that one. That sounds like a trap. Oh, that sounds funny. That sounds like a trap, man. That sounds like a trap. It sounds like they're trying to trap somebody. I don't know. They might deport old buddy. Or if he get life here, they probably not going to deport him. They probably going to do whatever. But that was funny. They said, if you illegal, you call and give us evidence. We'll fuck around and get you a visa. That was funny. I'm sorry. I know this is a serious case. But that specific part. I'm not laughing at the case. That specific part was funny.
Forward, even as a youth or a family, because you may be here undocumented, we're not going to ask about that. Please, you need to come forward. We will assist you, whether it's our department, the Los Angeles Police Department, the LA County.
We will assist you. Okay, I'm so glad he said that. All right, got you.
District Attorney's Office, any of us are going to wrap our arms around you and make sure that you get the appropriate services. We guide you the right way, and we protect you as well. Thank you very much.
Now I'd like to call up Los Angeles Police Department Chief Jim McDonald.
Los Angeles Department Chief Jim McDonald. That's what's up. Let's get it.
Thank you very much, and good afternoon, and thank you for your continued attention and coverage on this deeply tragic case. Before I begin, I want to just take a moment to acknowledge the profound loss endured by the family of Oscar Omar Hernandez. On behalf of the Los Angeles Police Department, I extend our deepest condolences. And while no words can lessen their grief, please know that we're fully committed to pursuing justice for their son. I would also like to extend my appreciation to our partners whose combined efforts led to today's charges. Thank you to the District Attorney, the FBI, Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department, the Ventura County Sheriff's Department, and the Ventura County Coroner for the help that they provided. I also want to particularly thank LAPD's Robbery Homicide Division and LAPD's Major Crimes Division for the time, patience, and expertise that they dedicated to this case.
They had a lot of divisions on this case, so I think it caught a lot of people's eyes because dude was a soccer coach. And, to be honest with you, when I looked up the case, it looked like it happened 8 years ago, a year ago, 4 years ago. So that was just like, it's some weird shit that goes on when you dealing in sports and with kids, I guess. So it seems like to me that we got to start raising awareness. Maybe we need some type of psychology test for people dealing with our kids. And that sounds crazy. But then again, when you think about it, some of these people wasn't raised necessarily right to even know how to handle a child. So maybe some of the things that they're doing, it seems like it's right to them. And we got to be mindful and be careful of what could come, what has come, and what will become if we don't put some type of, filter on these type of people that's infiltrating into our children's lives. We all were childs. Oh, excuse me, not childs. We all were children once. And so, I feel Um, we should. It's less about awareness of people and more about awareness of a mind state. Have they been through abuse? Start asking them questions, tough questions, to try and break through a certain wall. And if people don't, want to answer it, that's cool. If people don't want to get into it, that's fine too. But at the end of the day, it's more so about like, okay, what are we aiming for when we bring our child here? Do we want them to feel protected, or do we want them to feel like somebody like Garcia Aquino can come and fucking just take our kid? But then again, it's like the only thing I don't agree with is them taking their child to that home and leaving it with a person. I don't know about that, man. Other than that, everything else seems like they would really, because even then, I get it. You want him to practice and get better. The more time he has with somebody professional, that's fine, right? But it's more so like, we'll be there with him. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it.
We all hoped for a different outcome. Their hard work has helped ensure that this dangerous individual is no longer a threat to the public. Expertise that they dedicated to this case. While we all hoped for a different outcome, their hard work has helped ensure that this dangerous individual is no longer a threat to the public. When expertise that they dedicated to this case. While we all hoped for a different outcome, their hard work has helped ensure that this dangerous individual is no longer a threat to the public. When this was a missing persons case that RHD picked up and put everything they had into it, brought in major crimes, and the resources with all of our partners here, left no stone unturned. And so
So this is a missing persons case. This wasn't even the case of them, from how I'm taking it, missing persons, murder, lewdness, or lewdness, murder, whichever one came first. 16-year-old came, then 13-year-old case came. But this is a missing persons case at first. And then I guess they connected it to it being the soccer coach. And then they was like, wait a minute, there's another one. And then they were like, wow, there might be more. So this is fucked up. You know what I'm saying? This guy seems like a serial something. It's because if there's more, and then there's more than like, I think what, 4 or 5 of these motherfuckers, you can low key be considered serial something. Like after you're doing the very similar behavior with each one, you're serial something. To me, and it might not be that classified as that, but to me, if you do this to 4 kids, it's just, bro, you're that type of person. You know what I'm saying?
thankful for the collaboration that we see here and the ability we have to be able to mobilize on a case like this that is so tragic, and to be able to get some level of closure. And as Sheriff Luna mentioned, I share the same sentiments. If anybody is a victim out there, please come forward. There are no obstacles, and we will treat it as sensitively as I share the same sentiments. If anybody is a victim out there, please come forward. There are no obstacles, and we will treat it as sensitively as it needs. I share the same sentiments. If anybody is a victim out there, please come forward. There are no obstacles, and we will treat it as sensitively as it needs to be treated. But justice should be served in this. So I won't go into the details of the case. That's already been talked over here. But any questions you have, I'll kick it back to the district attorney. Thank you all.
So we will now take myself, Sheriff Luna, and Chief McDonald will now take questions. After we're done taking questions, Maria Ramirez, where are you? Over there. For the Spanish media, Maria Ramirez will then give a brief overview of what we've been doing and then takes questions in Spanish as well.
District Attorney, before we begin, will the family say anything?
Not at this press conference.
We begin with that breaking news tonight.
All right, so if you missed it, man, basically, this guy, Garcia Aquino, could probably be connected to more cases than just the two that I've heard of, that I'm informed of from a credible source. The family was there. They were sitting right there. They were watching the sheriffs come up, the deputies come up, talk about the different departments and sanctions that were dealing with this issue. So for me, man, it might be open and shut, but it might not be open and shut because he might have more, not because he might go free, because it just simply might be more that they have to figure out. You know, he was a soccer coach, so kids have friends that they bring to the game, and he's probably scoping out all the kids, and it's just one of them things where it's a weird case. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the cops, man. It was a funny situation where the cops said, if any illegals call and they got some like evidence, we'll basically assist you. You know, I think that low key meant tell us what we need to know. We'll help you get your visa type of deal. You know what I'm saying? So, I feel like it's a good thing they're trying to do. I don't know about the illegals calling and seeing what's up, because ICE is hot right now. They hot. That shit's cold blue. But I do feel for the family. I'm glad I clicked on. The family was there. They were sitting, they were standing next to the people in the podiums um, that were presenting the evidence and information. And, Garcia Aquino is innocent until proven guilty, as they kept saying. But they do have evidence that supports the fact. They do have evidence that supports the fact that he might be what they're accusing him of being. So, um, like I said, man, this popped up on my phone. This definitely like made me like appreciate the fact that I grew up in a time. Well, I mean, maybe when I was a child, this was happening too. It didn't happen to me. I didn't have predators per se around me. So, and I played football. You know what I'm saying? The coach wasn't like that. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't. I could vaguely remember, but you know what I'm saying? Like he only told us to, you know, teach ourselves about plays and shit like that. You know, and for me, it's a blessing. And I feel for that family. I do, because they even went as far as to, and this is the only part on the group, they went as far as to take their child and maybe the dude convinced them to do it. You get what I'm saying? Maybe without them knowing it, he gained their trust because he said he was a coach, gained their trust. So I can see it happen. I just don't agree with it. If you're gonna be there, I need to be there with my child. So private sessions, I'm still there with my child. If it's private sessions, then yeah, we can all be there, and I could just watch them. You know what I'm saying? And I take off work, whatever. The times I can take off work is the times we can have private sessions, because I'll be there, make sure it's good, take them home. It's all good. You get me? So I don't know about leaving your kid there for the murder to happen, or for the lewdness and weird shit and being naked around shit to happen, allegedly, is what people say. Well, was he in charge with allegedly? But, I'm very lucky to not have a coach or a teacher that maybe me. Glad I didn't look like Prey or something, or I got maybe the school system I was in at that time. No one really was doing that. No one really was looking at kids like that. maybe that was the thing too. Maybe it wasn't as, if it was happening, it wasn't known as much to it wasn't a hot topic to talk about. And I think that was the thing too, what was the hot topic? I don't think that was a hot topic back then for people to like try to point out and be like, this is what's going on. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, man. I feel for the family. I do. I feel for the family. I feel for the people who go through this shit and don't even know what the fuck's going on. You know what I mean? That's it, man. I just wanted to break this story, raise awareness again. I'm out. Peace.